Welcome back to the channel where we explore the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and talked about modern U.S. coins, the 2022 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. This coin has taken the numismatic world by storm not just because of its striking design but because rare examples of it have been valued at an incredible $53,984 in the current coin market. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that most people would casually spend on candy or leave in a jar has now become worth more than a brand new luxury car. So how is this possible, and what makes this 2022 P Washington Quarter so special? Let us uncover the story step by step and explore every detail of its history, rarity, and current value. To begin, we have to understand the origins of the Washington Quarter itself. The quarter-dollar coin featuring the bust of George Washington was first introduced in 1932 as part of the bicentennial celebrations of Washington's birth. The original design by sculptor John Flanagan became an American icon and remained on the obverse for decades. But in 2022, the U.S. Mint officially launched the American Women Quarters program, a 4-year series that would feature important female figures from American history on the reverse while keeping Washington's portrait on the obverse. This was a turning point in modern U.S. coinage because it represented a new vision and new era in design. The obverse itself was updated using the work of sculptor Laura Garden Fraser, whose original Washington portrait from 1931 had been overlooked for nearly a century. The new 2022 obverse finally gave Fraser's elegant design the recognition it deserved, showing Washington in a left-facing profile that contrasted sharply with the long-standing right-facing Flanagan portrait. The 2022 P Mint Mark Quarter is particularly interesting because the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins. Yet within these millions, a tiny fraction displayed unique striking characteristics, errors, and condition qualities that skyrocketed their value. While a typical 2022 P Washington Quarter may only be worth its face value of 25 cents, collectors and professional graders quickly realized that certain examples in pristine condition or with remarkable minting errors were something far more valuable. And this is where the story of the $53,984 quarter begins. Now let us talk about why Mint Mark P matters. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint carry the letter P, which identifies them as such. The Philadelphia Mint has been one of the most important mints in the country since its founding in 1792, and over the years it has struck billions of coins for circulation. But when it comes to modern coin collecting, the mint mark alone is not what brings the value. Instead, it is a combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. The 2022 P Quarter that has reached the extraordinary price tag did so because of its condition, graded at the very top levels by professional coin grading services. In the world of numismatics, even the slightest difference in strike sharpness, surface preservation, and luster can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth tens of thousands. Imagine for a moment a coin fresh off the press, never touched by human hands and preserved without the faintest scratch or blemish. When such a coin is submitted to grading companies like PCGS or NGC and receives a grade of MS68, MS69, or even the elusive MS70, it enters an elite category. Collectors will bid aggressively to own such coins, especially if the population reports show only a handful exist at that grade level. That is exactly what happened with the 2022 P Washington Quarter. A combination of pristine preservation, rarity, and high grade and intense demand from collectors of modern quarters drove its auction value into the tens of thousands. Today, some recorded sales and listings have shown this coin valued at $53,984, making it one of the most valuable modern Washington quarters in existence. But condition is not the only factor that has pushed this coin into the spotlight. Era varieties have also played a major role. The U.S. Mint, despite its advanced technology, still produces coins that sometimes feature striking mistakes. These errors are not intentional, but they are extremely collectible. With the 2022 P Quarter, some examples have been found with doubled dies where parts of the design, such as the lettering or Washington's features, appear doubled due to a misalignment in the die process. Others show off center strikes, missing clad layers, or die cracks that create dramatic patterns across the coin. Each of these errors adds layers of uniqueness and rarity, making the coin even more desirable to the collector market. Depending on the type and severity of the error, values can range from hundreds to thousands and in the rarest cases contribute to the astronomical $53,000 level. Now let us talk about the American Women Quarters program itself, which provides the reverse designs for the 2022 quarters. The year 2022 featured the first 5 honorees: Maya Angelou, Dr. Sally Ride, Wilma Mankiller, Nina Otero Warren, and Anna May Wong. Each of these women represented significant contributions to American history, culture, science, and the arts. The 2022 P. Washington quarters, therefore, are not just ordinary coins, they are historical commemoratives in circulation meant to inspire recognition and appreciation of women's achievements. This cultural significance further boosts their collectability. Collectors know that the very first year of a new coin program often produces some of the most valuable issues, and the 2022 P. Mint Mark quarters are no exception. When discussing value, we must always emphasize the role of auctions. In the numismatic world, auctions are where record-breaking prices are made. When one of the finest known 2022 P quarters went to auction, bidding wars erupted. Collectors who specialize in modern coins understand that securing one of the earliest top-grade examples can cement their collection and make it historically significant. It is this competitive bidding that pushed the value so high. $53,984 is not a random figure, it represents the winning bid from a collector determined to own the best of the best. Let us also consider the psychology behind coin collecting. Why would anyone pay tens of thousands for a modern quarter? You must understand that numismatics is not simply about the face value of money. It is about history, rarity, beauty, and ownership of something truly exceptional. To a collector, the 2022 P. Mint Mark Washington quarter in top grade is not just a coin, it is a treasure, a piece of American art, and a status symbol. Collectors often see these coins as long-term investments, knowing that their rarity and demand may increase over time. Just as rare baseball cards, stamps, or artworks rise in value, so too can coins, especially those tied to significant historical moments and limited availability. As we dig deeper into this coin, it becomes clear that the 2022 P. Washington quarter represents the perfect storm of factors that create extreme value. First, it is part of the launch year of a major U.S. mint program. Second, it features a long-awaited obverse design by Laura Garden Fraser, finally recognized after 90 years. Third, it has examples struck with remarkable precision, achieving top grading levels. Fourth, it has error varieties that intrigue collectors who love unique pieces. And finally, it has sparked bidding wars that demonstrate just how passionate the numismatic community is about owning rare modern coins. When you add all of these together, you get a coin that turns heads, a coin that transforms a pocket change discovery into a life-changing payday. Now let us think about the practical side. Could you find a 2022 P quarter worth thousands of dollars in circulation? The answer is yes, but with caution. Most of the high-value coins are those that have been professionally graded and certified. However, searching through rolls of quarters from banks or examining your change can sometimes yield coins with visible errors or coins that appear in exceptionally good condition. If you find such a coin, the next step is to handle it carefully without scratching it, and consider sending it to a grading service. Who knows, your coin could be the next one to fetch a record-breaking price. As we come to the end of this discussion, let us summarize. The 2022 P. Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar is no ordinary coin. It combines history, artistry, rarity, and condition to become one of the most valuable modern coins on the market today. With examples selling for as high as $53,984, this coin has proven that modern U.S. quarters can be just as collectible and profitable as older classics. It teaches us that coin collecting is not just about old coins from centuries past, but also about the treasures that are being minted right now in our own time. So the next time you receive change at the store or buy a roll of coins from the bank, take a close look at those 2022 P. Washington quarters. You may just be holding a small piece of history worth far more than 25 cents. The thrill of coin collecting is that hidden treasures are always waiting to be discovered, and you could be the next person to find one. Thank you for watching this video and joining me on this deep dive into the story of the 2022 P. Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar.